Hey everybody, how's it going? We are here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The deck that I'm using is called the Fountain Tarot. We're starting off with Six of Pentacles and Ten of Swords. Okay, Six of Pentacles and Ten of Swords can be wanting to secure an exchange, wanting things to feel balanced, wanting something to work, wanting something to be sustainable. Ten of Swords can mean something happened that was like maybe getting in the way of that. So maybe something wasn't balanced and it came to an end, or maybe even you were looking at something and hoping that it would be able to be sustained, and that ended up not being the case with the Ten of Swords. It can mean too that if there were some type of disparity, that it can be that coming to a close, coming to an end as well. I will say this too, for some of you, you could have even felt like something was working, but something else wasn't working. So there could have been some aspects that worked and then some aspects that didn't work, and something has now happened because of that. But that can feel just as frustrating, because you know when you have to like end something, but it's for reasons other than reasons that you would primarily like to end something or have something happen. Could be having stomach pain for some of you. I want to clarify the Six of Pentacles because I wonder if you were getting something from someone. You could have been giving something, or you could have been getting something, and then that can be not a thing anymore. Okay, I'm seeing. So Six of Pentacles looked like something that you could have actually felt was aligned. Something that you actually wanted to be doing, wanted to be participating in. But then having Ten of Swords can mean that that's not going to be happening anymore, and that can make it difficult. Like if you have something that you want to hold on to or something that you want to keep doing, and then it comes to an end, it can feel really painful, because it's not like you wanted this to end, and it's ending even though you were like, this is working fine, and now this happens. And having Eight of Cups too can be like having to walk away from this now because you can't really get what you need from it. Or it can be whoever's on the other end of this stepping away too. This feels like because something is not an option anymore, like a 10 means it's over, it's done with. So Eight of Cups makes sense because there's a recognition of like, if that's done, I do have to step away from it. Like you can't go back into it anymore. What you're going into is going to be a lot better though. Like you're trading Six of Pentacles for Nine of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles will be like you get back what you give and it stays just equal in that way. Nine of Pentacles is going to be like an overflow. So you give and you get a lot more in return. So that's where I'm seeing you be going. So even though you can be upset about something not being a thing anymore because it was like, well, it was all right like that, and now it's not an option anymore with the Ten of Swords. Do we need to look into why this came to an end? Is that important here? I don't want to give any details that don't need to be spoken about. What you're going into, it's going to be better. Transitions can be difficult, so you can know that where you're going is better, and this can still be challenging. Because maybe you wanted that to keep going, or you wanted that to work out, but seeing you stepping into the Nine of Pentacles, things are going to be way better than they'd been before. So you're just going through an upgrade right now. It looks too like this is an exiting of a cycle. The word loom is coming through. Loom. Yeah. Nine of Wands and Eight of Swords. Nine of Wands, something feeling really challenging. Can even be questioning, am I able to do this? Am I able to work through this? Am I going to be able to pass the test? Eight of Swords can feel stuck. So you can feel like you're stuck, like holding these really heavy weights, and you're questioning, am I going to be able to keep holding these up? Because the job isn't done yet. I still have to keep holding on to this. It's really heavy. And even though you are gaining through it, you know, like you're strengthening yourself through it, you can feel like this is really, really tough. This is really, really challenging. I feel like this is encouraging you to be, I don't just want to say it only like this. I'm seeing this as encouraging you to reach higher, and it's encouraging you to be more independent and step more into your own light here. Because I get that something that you were doing, I feel like you could have thought that you got what you needed from it, but having Nine of Wands here, I don't think that that's true. I actually think that when it comes to what you see your worth being, and maybe you don't see it as being a particularly high place, when it comes to what you see your worth being, you could have looked at this situation and been like, no, like that's what I should get for putting my energy into it. But Nine of Wands shows there being so much, like such an exhausting process, like so much that you have to sort of feed into it, like so draining, like so much of your energy goes into it, and you just get like a little bit back. And even though it can be sustained, like it's not like you're losing anything, but you're also not gaining anything. You just stay at like that flat line. So there's nothing that's being built. It's like, put 5 in, get 5 back. Put 5 in, get 5 back. It's like that the whole time. So even though you can be like, well, that works because it's fair, at the same time, this is finishing because it does feel like it's actually not enough. And for some of you, you can be making this decision. For some of you, you're not making this decision. The decision is being made for you. But no matter if you made the decision or someone else made this decision, things are going to get better for you. You're stepping into the Nine of Pentacles, and that's like what you put in, you are going to get like double back from it. So you're not going to be in that cycle anymore of everything just being like 5 in and 5 out. This is going to be something that gives you more, which feels like you're in a position where this should be happening anyway, because now is a time for you to sort of break free. So you're not going to have to be caught in that exchange anymore of something just being all right. This is something that you're stepping into where this is going to feel better for you. And even though transitions can be difficult for us, even if we're stepping into something better, you are going to be feeling that. And also too, Nine of Pentacles is going to mean that you're not going to be looking around feeling like I need that thing and I can't have it. You're going to feel Nine of Pentacles, you will have what you need. And this also does encourage you to sort of be like out of the machine in some way. It feels, you see how this Nine of Pentacles person is stepping out of this? Like they're not in these cycles anymore. You're stepping out of it. It feels like you're being set free into the world, like out of some type of system or cycle. because this is even feeling like some type of network that you'd been in, that like now you're free. Like it feels like a matrix that you'd been in, that now you're being like set out into the universe and you don't have to be contained within this anymore, because you were in some type of container before. And even though you could have been like, wow, it's such a nice container, you know, I don't have to worry about everything else going on all around, it feels like this thing has closed out, and you do have to find where you're going next. And this is really meant to sort of push you out into the world. But this Nine of Pentacles is feeling like the Fool card to me. Just intuitively, it feels like one of those times where you're being pushed out of the nest, and there can be a part of you that's like, I have to be the one that's flying. I've never flown before, and you're gonna see like you can actually fly, like your wings are developed enough that you can actually fly, and this is gonna be really great. And once you make that transition and you see yourself thriving, you'll be like, wow, I'm so happy that happened. But right now you cannot be feeling that. But this is definitely to inspire hope within you, because that's what's gonna be happening. Like you're sort of venturing out on your own, and you're gonna see that there's a whole other world besides where you had been. But you can feel the part of you that has a really hard time releasing and letting go can really be struggling right now. And being in that space of the transition between where you were and where you're going, you can feel very unsettled in the interim. But I'm not saying that you need to be, like, you don't need to be worried about anything. This can also be too, like, where am I supposed to go? Like, what am I supposed to be looking for? You don't need to worry. This, I'm telling you, things are going to work out, and it's going to be so much better than it was before. You know when you watch something happen and you feel a little bit shocked, or yeah, like a shock to your system, and you just do that gulp? I get that type of energy here with this. But what I'm seeing is that I'm seeing that you're stepping into an arena, and I'm seeing that arena that you're stepping into, you're not alone in this arena at all. It looks like there are going to be other people that you're working with, or other energies. And for some of you, you're going to be working more closely with your spirit guides. Some of you, this is about your ancestors being with you. And for others of you, and it can be all of these things too, they're going to be people that you're going to be working with. Because I'm seeing Three of Pentacles, so you're going to be stepping into something where I'm still seeing you be like the main attraction in the show, but you're not alone. See how this support is sort of off screen? So you're still front and center. But in order to like perform the act, you're not going to be alone doing it, even though it feels like it's still all yours, like it's still all about you. And this feels again like pushing you, you know, pushing you out of the nest. Yeah, some of you, you're going to be getting into, you're going to enter into an arena where you're going to be working something out, working on something. Some of you, this will be a fresh start, and there will be a new connection or new connections that you make. It is going to be doing something that you very much care about, because I am seeing Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups and Three of Pentacles, what this can be is that you and the people around you, or the energies around you that you're working with, you guys care in the same way, or you care about a common thing where it feels like you guys all drink from the same fountain. See that? This is like the thing that replenishes my soul is also the thing that replenishes their soul and their soul. So it will be a new chapter of that, of like commonality and of connection, and like you care about that, I care about that. So it will feel like soul growth that happens, and this can have a social side to it as well. Or there can just be like other energies involved in this. But I'm seeing that it's not like everybody works on a team and you're no longer an individual. This is something that you're going to be stepping into where you are very much an individual, which is interesting too, because I don't feel like you were so much before. This Six of Pentacles doesn't even have people on the card. This just looks like you were like a cog in some type of machine before, and that you were just bundled in with everything else. And even though you can look at that and be like, okay, it was working, but you could have felt too like it just kept everything like that. Like there was no gaining from it, and yes, there was no loss from it either, but it was just like there wasn't really anywhere to go. It feels like a glass ceiling. So now this is you leaving that glass ceiling, and look at what you're stepping into now. So, and there is a character on this card, and it feels like you're stepping into your storyline now as an individual. But I don't think that you're doing it alone. I'm seeing that there's support around you to sort of carry on the show. So you're going to be going somewhere where it's not just going to be an individual thing. There will be other people with you, but you will still be the main character. And even more so than you had been before. This will foster new connection within your life. I think that dealing with your anxiety while you're going through this can be one of the main struggles. It can be anxiety, and it can just be your mental health, your nerves. It can mean your freeze when you get overwhelmed, or when you start feeling shut down, or where there's just too much going on here and you feel like you're not really processing anymore. And for some of you, this has to do with social anxiety. Why I'm saying that is this is going to feel like a challenge because of a transition, but it will definitely be worth it. The effort will be worth it 100%. See how this person is shut down? I see this card as being focused on the throat chakra because all the swords are around there, and it feels like no matter what I say or like how I move here, I'm going to be struck by this. And so there can be this feeling of I just want to keep it within because I don't like any move is going to be the wrong move. And it feels like it has to do with you getting out there, you know, and doing your thing. And even though there's support there with you, this can be like a nervousness to go out there and do your thing. Like, I don't want to say something that I'm going to be like, why did I say that? Or why did I make that move, you know? Or like, why didn't I catch that faster? So there can be this like anxiety about getting yourself out there. Like going on stage even. Especially too because it's just mainly you out there. But I am definitely seeing you have support. It's like the show is not complete without the support there. Yeah, I'm seeing Three of Cups. There can be a sense of community around you, and this can just be like these people that are here supporting you. Your guides here supporting you. This can be a time too where you collaborate with that part of yourself that is anxious sometimes, that feels anxious sometimes, that part of yourself that can be dysregulated air energy. You know, you can be working with your nervous system too. Because this does feel like the part of you that may shut down sometimes and not really want to move anywhere, and then you stay stuck within that. And it feels like there's a part of you that's looking at that and being like, I don't want to just spend my life staying stuck within this. I want to keep it moving. And I'm seeing what you're stepping into is going to be something that you'll feel jolly about. that word specifically is coming through. It's not going to be the easiest process in the world. However, it will be a most rewarding process. And also too, just remember, anytime that you are being challenged, you're growing, and I'm not seeing anything be thrown your way that you're not capable of, you know, maneuvering through. So you're not being sent anything that's too much for you to handle by any means. Allow yourself to be ambitious. I feel too like this is about knowing your worth as well. Because maybe something was going on before, and this is going to sort of increase your understanding of what you're worth or what you deserve or like what you're capable of or the type of life that you can experience or how you could be compensated or yeah, I feel like worth has a lot to do with it because it's about the what you commit to and what you invest in, and maybe investments are a big part of this, and then what you get back, because before felt like you were investing in something that just it was always the same, like nothing was really happening with it, like it never really, it always leveled out, and this feels like it's going to be so much more now what you're stepping into, and this will be something that it does take balance, but it also allows for harmony in your life. This is going to be celebration worthy, I'm seeing. I think too that you'll be somewhere as well where your excitement or your passion or your drive, you'll see that be matched by the circumstance that you're in. So it won't feel like a mismatch. And that will feel valuable too. I think the hardest thing for you is Nine of Pentacles, which is like you're gonna have to be a bit self-motivated within this. You're gonna have to trust yourself and your judgment. It's like you have to be in charge of your avatar now, because when you were in that system before, you may have not so much had to be, and this puts you in a position where you're even more free and even more liberated, but that also means that there's more responsibility then, and also too there's going to be more freedom then. So it will be all of these things. So this is like this feels like very personal character development that's happening and life development that's happening. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm getting something about the number 11 being important. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.